Learning to code can seem like to be an intimidating and overwhelming task, especially if you're a complete beginner. However, the biggest hurdle that many people face is not the actual process of learning to code, but the fear of getting started. I'm Boris, I'm a software engineer from Tel Aviv, and I'm going to tell what I've learned about how to overcome this fear and start literally anything, not only learning to code. But of course, in this video I'm going to focus on starting learning to code. One of the main reasons people are afraid to start something is because of social anxiety. We actually worry what others will think of us if we fail. This fear of social disapproval is completely normal, and it's something that many of us have experienced in various aspects of our lives. To overcome this fear, it's very important to understand where it comes from. Our brains are wired to seek social acceptance, as it was crucial for our survival in the ancient times. A human excluded from the tribe could be left alone in the jungle full of wild animals without any food. However, this fear is often overblown in modern times, and we tend to overestimate the negative reactions of others. So just imagine that you quit your boring job and tell your boss that the reason is just because you need more free time, as you want to learn coding. Then you realize that it takes much more time than you expected. What will your ex-boss think if he meets you somewhere? Will he laugh at you because you sacrificed your stable income and you haven't got anywhere yet? Will your friend judge you because you are not hired to Amazon or Netflix? First of all, I bet they all don't care. Seriously, people are so busy with their own different stuff that they don't have time to think of you. And there's another more important question. Even if they think about you, is it critical for your survival? Does it really affect your life? So should you really care about what others think? If you already know the right answer, hit the like button under this video. Another reason why people are afraid of start learning to code because they have a negative self-perception. They might think they are not smart enough, or that they are not tech-savvy enough to start learning to code. This kind of negative self-talk could be a major barrier for getting started. To overcome this fear, it's important to reframe your thinking. Instead of focusing on your perceived weakness, try to focus on your strengths and the progress you've already made. For example, if you use a computer or a smartphone, you already have some basic understanding of technology. Maybe you like to read tech articles, so it will be easier for you to become passionate about programming, which is also an important thing. Think of your strength and not about your weakness. I remember it was really hard for me to start coding my first project, but I thought that I could already use some simple HTML tags, because I like to participate in the discussions on different forum boards, and I used that HTML text to insert some different GIFs, images, quotes, etc. So I focused on the knowledge that I already had and on the things that I had to learn to extend my knowledge a little bit and start actually coding my first project. Moreover, it's important to understand that everyone starts somewhere. No one is born a coding prodigy, and even the most experienced programmers started as beginners. So if others can do this, why can't you do this? Now that we've already discussed some of the reasons why people are afraid of starting learning to code, we finally got to some practical tips for getting started. First, set realistic goals for yourself. Learning to code is a long-term process, and it's important to break it down into manageable steps. Start with a simple project or tutorial and work your way up from there. Second, find a supportive community. There are different meetups and countless forums and groups dedicated to helping beginners with learning to code. I've left some of them in the description under this video. By the way, my supportive community was my wife. She understands nothing in technology, programming or coding, but she supported me, she inspired me that I can do it. Joining a community of like-minded individuals can be a great way to stay motivated and to get help if you need it. Finally, the key to success is to embrace the learning process and to not be afraid of making mistakes. And if you want to know how to get the most of your learning process, not to get lost and not to try to break the wall with your head, I highly recommend you to watch my next video. See you there!